Welcome to the Wild Type Podcast. I'm Listless Lizards.
I'm Neptune the Chameleon.
And we're your reptile girlies.
So I'm wearing my Peep shirt
I know, it's so cutie.
because 'tis the season.
It is. It is spring. It is Peeps season, everyone.
Bring
Prepare.
it on. And we may or may not. We do.
We definitely do.
I said that and I was like, nah. Like,
What do you mean?
I'm not going to pretend. We have 3 new Peeps flavors to try.
I am literally so excited, specifically for 2 of them, because 2 of them are new Peeps flavors in
This year,
general. Like,
yes.
Brand new.
And one is an old flavor, but new to
I
you.
have not tried it.
So stay
We're
tuned to
very
the end of the episode, or you can sign off after that if you don't want to see us.
Whatever. We understand if you don't like it, but we love it.
But that's coming soon. So of course I wore my little
Yes.
Peep shirt,
Yes,
which is
yes,
probably
yes.
blocked by the microphone, but
No, but it's so cutie.
they're there.
I love that they're embroidered too.
Yes.
They're very cute.
I love a good embroidered shirt.
Me too.
So
It's
then
my
the print
preference.
doesn't get all like,
Wonky.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying that out loud as I realize we do not have embroidered shirts.
Yeah, we should probably fix that.
They are printed.
Yeah.
But we officially have pins.
Oh, we're so excited about the pens.
They're being shipped.
So if you are coming to one of the expos in March in ARBC Dallas wait, is this coming out after the fact?
I have no idea when it's coming out. It might be after.
I hope it's not after.
Any shows we have this year,
Yes.
we will have pins.
Yes. And they're so freaking cute, guys. I drew one of them. So
Yeah.
Tell me how cute they are.
Hold them up when we
yes, when we have them
when
physically.
we finally get them. Yeah.
Yes. But
So yes, so one thing I needed to ask your expertise on.
okay.
Obviously, I am the Peeps expert for this episode.
This is true.
But I was recently thinking about this Harry Potter houses. Mm-hmm. I said that Hogwarts houses.
Yes,
Not-
that is the correct terminology.
Yes.
This is
I
correct.
said that and I corrected
is
myself. Hogwarts houses. Because I was doing like some self-reflection. And everyone like feels like they kind of like fit into
Yeah.
a house. I know you are very much team.
Slytherin, obviously.
Like through and through.
Oh, and take away the fact that I keep snakes, right? Like take away the fact that I like love snakes in general. I am a Slytherin. Like I am. It is what it is. I am a Slytherin.
Like
all the
proud
things.
and true.
Proud.
I feel conflicted because I feel like I'm a hybrid.
You are
And
such
recently went to a Harry Potter event where they have like all the different merch and they're like, pick your house and pick your wand and pick your Horcrux.
Horcrux.
Horcrux. Thank you. I was
Yes,
like,
Horcrux. You still said it wrong.
I was-
Horcrux.
for whatever reason, had the crust. I was
The
like,
Horcrust.
I was like,
Your Harry Potter
To be-
Horcrust.
to be fair, I like for my credibility, I have read every single book and have seen every
Yeah.
single movie, so I'm not like
Honestly,
a total poser. But
knowing that, I actually have to admit I have not read every single book.
I've read them all.
I have
All
not.
the books.
I only read the first, I think 3. But in my defense, I was one of
Love book 7.
I love the books that I have read. I was one of those kids who wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter or read Harry Potter as a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a whole weird thing. Real
was.
weird. I was not. I think my parents thought that I was going to get like obsessed with it, which like fair. So I didn't read them until college. And by the time I was in college, I did
No,
read.
I definitely read them like middle school.
But by the time I was in college, I just wanted to like watch all the movies,
Yeah.
right? And so
No, I've read all the books. I've watched all the movies. I have the memory of like a peanut when it comes to books and movies, though. So apologies. Anyways, so
same.
I went to this event and they're like, pick your house. And I was like, ooh, I'm like
Yeah.
conflicted. And I'll like, this will come up every so often with friends. And they're like, well, I think you're this or I think you're
Yeah.
this. And I really do feel like I'm a hybrid. And obviously, all of us have bits and pieces of all of them, right?
course.
Like that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
I get it, but like I wanted to get your 2 cents as my friend
I have so many
and
thoughts.
someone who feels strongly about like your house. Like what house would you put me in?
Okay. The funny thing is, I personally think you are everything but a Slytherin. Like you literally, in my opinion, are like a hybrid of all the 3 other
This
ones.
is why I'm conflicted.
Like all the other 3 ones.
Yeah.
Like I think so, Gryffindor is very much like loyalty, bravery, like that is very much like loyal and true. Is like
The only thing with Gryffindor I don't totally resonate with is the like adventurous,
that's
jump
not-
off the cliff, like, and I would in the right circumstances, but
For sure.
generally I'm like not,
So
so then I'm like, ooh, am I like true Gryffindor?
I hear that, but I also feel like Gryffindor is, while yes, they're like jump off a cliff adventurous, but in my opinion, it's more of like, we'll jump off the right cliff for the cause. And that is you.
Yeah.
100%.
So I lean towards Gryffindor as being my like primary house, but then I feel like, again, kind of like a phony of like, well, everyone wants to be Gryffindor. So like,
No.
I don't know. But then I feel parts of me are Hufflepuff.
I could so see you as a Hufflepuff. Also, just let it be known that Slytherin and Hufflepuff peeps are like besties. Like every Slytherin has like a Hufflepuff bestie. So I could very much see that vibe as well.
And I would be very content as a Hufflepuff.
I could see that too.
Right?
And I think Hufflepuffs don't get enough love, personally. Of course, as a Slytherin, I say that. But I don't think Hufflepuffs get enough love.
Right? I could see myself being a very happy Hufflepuff. But then Ravenclaw, I see elements
100%.
of Ravenclaw.
Very academic, very smart, very like
cunning, kind of. Like,
cunning is much more Slytherin.
oh, that's true. That's true.
But just very
Like strategic, maybe?
very strategic.
I think it's more what I meant.
I think like the way I view Ravenclaw is very like academic, smart, like into their studies. I don't know. Tell me if that's wrong. I could be totally wrong. That's just how I've always kind of looked at them. But that's very you too. You are very studious. You are very smart. You are very strategic.
This is why I struggle.
You are truly a blend of everything but Slytherin. You are everything but Slytherin.
Catch me on a certain day, though, and I will slither with the best of them.
This is very true.
You cut me up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm always like, go ahead. You seem, you're in a rush.
I would probably argue even though I do see elements of all three in you, I would argue that you are more of a hybrid between Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. Like those are the two that I seem that feel like the most perfect blend of my bestie,
I appreciate that.
Like those
I
are-
just like, and they always have the cute merch by the houses, and I can never get myself to buy any because again, I don't feel like, this is my house.
Yeah. I mean, I did go to Universal a couple months ago and I got a lot of Slytherin.
I know.
merch.
I want the cute scarf and the cute like.
I got 2 green scarves. I got a little snake plushie that had its own scarf on him. I got a Slytherin pen for my backpack. So if you see me at expos, you'll see my Slytherin pen on my backpack.
And wild type pins.
Yes. Those aren't on there yet, but you will see them.
No, I get what you're saying. So anyways,
Yeah.
I appreciate the insight.
Yes.
Now for our own curiosity, because I feel like reptile keeping in like fantasy worlds in general are like very like
Intertwined.
yes. So
Yes.
if you would like to share with the class what Harry Potter, dang it, Hogwarts house you're in, please drop it in the comments. And part of the homework assignment is you have to give a brief reason as to why.
Yes. Don't just be like, I'm a Hufflepuff. Tell us why. I want to know exactly.
We don't
what
need a
about
novel
you.
though.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not opposed to novels.
If you want to, but do not feel required.
Don't feel
to.
required.
Like,
Though, just give us that minimum of sentence. Just a little blurb. Little
we
sentence.
will be grading you up based off.
We'll be commenting A+, A++, B+, B-. You only gave 2 words.
You must redo it this assignment to get partial credit. There you go. No, let us know because like I think that might help me also because I know I'm not alone in this.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know there are other people who feel kind of like in between houses.
To throw this out there, Logan very much also feels in between Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. That's very much Logan's vibe. So which also checks out for me. I just collect you guys like Horcruxes. So
Anyways, just a fun little like tidbit. But I know you have 2 updates.
I do. Okay, so quick update. My
Update
tattoo
number 1. Yes.
is currently in the ugly phase. If you get tattoos, you know what
I
I'm
want to see
talking
it
about.
up close.
It's in the ugly
Oh,
phase.
I see what you're saying.
She's like, ooh, yeah, that's ugly.
It's not. It's so little. It's hard to be ugly.
It is hard. But so when it comes to tattoos, so if you don't know, if you know, you know. If you get tattoos, you're well aware. But if you don't get tattoos, just an FYI, like when your tattoos are healing, there's this very short time period for like a week or two, depending on how big the tattoo is, of course, where it's like peeling. Because if you think about it, like you are like creating a scab on your body. Like you are, it is an open wound when you get a tattoo. So like it kind of like crusts over, which sounds really gross.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. so at first you feel it and it kind of like scabs over and it's like got like a little bit of like a thick layer and then eventually that scab kind of like peels off and you're really not supposed to pick it because it can like remove some of the pigments a little bit. So you have to be really careful. You have to keep it moisturized, like all these things. But there's like during that scabby peely phase, like currently there are parts of it that have peeled off and there are parts that have not peeled off.
It very much reminds me of a reptile shedding.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And 100%. It's like you've got the like nice undercolor, the fresh skin, right? And then you've got the like kind of old crusty.
Yeah, that's 100%. A snake halfway through its
shed. To tie back
shed.
to the purpose of this podcast.
Yes, 100%. So that's very much like I'm currently in my shedding phase. Mm-hmm. we're shedding my skin. It's going to be beautiful afterwards, but right now we're a little ugly. We're in blue. We're not looking great. So it's definitely, and again, like if you get tattoos, like you get this, but when it's in that phase, you're kind of like, oh God, what did I do?
I know.
You're kind of like,
oh, you got a new tattoo. Let me see.
And I'm like, no, it's really ugly right now. Don't look at it. Actually, don't look at it. So I'm currently waiting for it like all to peel off. And it's Logan's first time getting a tattoo. So his is currently in the ugly phase and he did scratch it and he kind of like freaked out. And our tattoo artist did warn us like this specific placement usually does require a touch up because the hand skin is different than like
sure.
Anyway, so we'll probably need a touch up on it, but he like scratched it and was like freaking out. He was like, I ruined it. I was like, it's fine. We need a touch up anyway. It's no big deal. But he was he's in that phase where he's like, oh God, it doesn't look great. And I'm like, give it a week. It'll be fine. Like,
too funny.
Yes. So
okay. Update number
2. We're very excited about this. Okay, did I talk about the origin of this a while ago? It's been a while. So
must need an update.
So about a year ago, I decided that I wanted to befriend my neighborhood murder of crows. If you don't know, a group of crows is called a murder, which is just another reason to love crows.
Yes.
So my neighborhood has about 6 of them, 6 to 8. It kind of fluctuates. So for about a year, I have been like on every time I walk Campbell, I take a little baggie in my little pouch of peanuts. And when I see them, I give a very specific whistle. I do the same thing so that they like come to recognize that sound.
Yes.
Training, conditioning. I do a very specific whistle and then I toss peanuts in a very like dramatic way into the street so that they see it. Mm-hmm. And it took a while, but then they eventually started like flying down, getting the peanuts, yada, yada. So I've been doing this for almost a year. I definitely started it like in the spring of 25. We are now at the point. I also have a bird feeder in my backyard that I put peanuts in so that they know. And if I see them or hear them in the backyard or near my house, I do the whistle and I toss peanuts. So I'm like very consistent.
Yes.
I've been doing the same thing for a year. We are now at the point where 2 of them, so it's not all of them, right? Like, and I think it has to do with like food preferences. Some of them are more like prone to liking peanuts than others. And I'm definitely going to try some other snacks moving forward. I hear they really like cat food, like cat, like kibble.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that sometime soon. So there are 2 of them that have been following me on my walks from the moment I exit my house. Within like 2 houses of my house, I'll be walking and I'll see 2 of them fly over me, waiting for the peanuts, and they will fly from tree to tree for around like at least 2 or 3 blocks. Sometimes they even follow me to the local pond where I take Cam, and I sit under this like specific cottonwood tree that I really love, and it's just this beautiful tree that I like to hang out and chill under for a little bit by the pond. They have followed me to that tree a couple of times and sat above me in the tree.
That's so cool.
And then yesterday, we had a really good day yesterday. So yesterday, and Logan, whenever he hears them like, cawing outside, he's like, your friends are outside. And then I'll go and I've done it from the front porch a couple of times too. Like I'll hear them in the front yard and I'll go and toss the peanuts like in the sidewalk so that they 100% know my house. And sometimes they'll be in the backyard with the feeder. So yesterday I heard them cawing, and they've done this a couple times where they'll kind of like make noise on the back side of the house, and I'll go out there and put the peanuts in the feeder, and then they'll come and sit on the fence. But what I've learned is when they've done that, I've like walked outside of my back door. The minute I step foot outside, they fly away. So they're not fully trusting yet until yesterday. So yesterday I hear this one crow, and I've noticed that even of the two that follow me, one of them is like the first one to fly down. Like the minute I toss the peanuts, he's flying towards me. So he's the most trusting.
Yeah.
So yesterday I hear it. I hear him outside, and it's just the one. And I go outside. I walk to the back door, and he's already on the fence.
Okay.
And I had put peanuts in the feeder that morning. And so he's already on the fence. I slowly open the back door, and he doesn't move. I'm like, okay, this is good. I sit on my, I put my legs like through the door, and I sit in the back door. I don't go fully outside. Yeah. And then I sit there because the feeder was empty. I take my peanuts, I do the whistle, and I threw the peanuts into our backyard, like into the grass. He flies down into my backyard. Flies, and I have a video of it. He flies down and waddles his little self. And I made sure to throw the peanuts like kind of close to me, like close enough where I was hoping that he wouldn't be scared to come up. Flies down, waddles over, and eats the peanuts within like 10 feet of me.
Amazing.
Within 10 feet of me. And he wasn't afraid. And I did the whistle, and I even threw a couple more peanuts. And sometimes when that's happened, I've thrown the peanuts, and when I throw them again, they fly away because they get spooked by the throwing of things.
Sure, yeah.
Because I'm sure people have thrown stuff at them in their lives. But this time I threw the peanuts, and he didn't fly away.
How exciting.
So he fully trusts me that I'm not going to like throw peanuts at his head, which is like success.
How does it feel to be the neighborhood peanut lady?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's so exciting. I just, it's been like such a dream. And I said this the first time, I'm pretty sure, when we talked about this, but crows, recognize people. They will protect people. They like literally, if like there have been stories of people like women who like feed crows, and then if a guy is like kind of like following them on a walk or something, the crows will like dive bomb them if they know the other person.
Wow.
So like they'll protect people. They will, if they trust you, they will sometimes bring you little trinkets, which when I say trinkets, I mean like pieces of trash, right? But to them,
trinkets, yes,
it's treasure. Like it's crow treasure. So they'll bring you little presents, and
that's the day you've made it.
I know it. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for my first crow present.
It's like the screw. This is the best.
Like if I get a screw from a crow, or like some people will get like the soda tops, like the the tops
tab.
Of soda, soda tabs. Like if I get a soda tab, you can't touch me. Like I will be like walking on air. Like it will be so exciting. And just like I can't remember if I told this the first time, but when I first started doing this, I was telling my dad about it. And my dad was like, okay, this is crazy. He was like, did you know that your papa, my grandpa who passed away like 4 years ago, he was like, did you know that your papa had a pet crow in middle school? And I was like, what? No, I didn't know this. What do you mean? And he was like, there was a crow that would follow him to and from school every day when he was in like middle school and high school. Oh. And I had no idea when I like started this crow journey.
Yes.
And I found this out, and it just means like a little bit more to me now knowing that.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that's my crow update.
How exciting.
I'm officially the neighborhood crow lady, and it feels so good.
No, and like the consistency.
Yeah,
right?
It works.
Like it is not.
It works. Mm-hmm.
I feel you. I
Very
cannot
exciting.
Whistle. Fun fact. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, my dad growing up had like a really aggressive whistle. Like
my dad too.
Like you could hear it from down the neighborhood,
Yep.
Like if it was
That's how we got called home.
Same.
Yep.
So I learned how to whistle real young because I wanted to whistle like my dad. So I never got quite as good as him though.
Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, anyways,
that's my crow update. Very exciting.
Okay, so the thing we wanted to discuss today is, how do I want to phrase this? I think we have graduated into what I'm calling elder reptile girlies.
Yes.
Similar to like elder millennials.
Or elder emo. Elder emo, if you were, I just said eldo, didn't I? Eldo emo.
Like Elmo?
Yeah. No, I meant elder emo. If you were like into emo music or like an emo kid growing up, which I very much was, elder emo, elder millennials, like very much like terminology.
Yeah.
And we feel like we're the elder reptile girlies at this point.
What I mean by this, and this is what I wrote down, what no one prepares you for after the beginner phase.
Yes.
After everything's like new and shiny and you're like new to the hobby and you're getting all your dream species and you're like drinking from the fire hose and you know all this, and like what do you do when you've been reptile keeping for like, I would say even like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, right? Where like it's one ingrained into like who you are, but also just like there are challenges and just like shifts that happen with that I think are just like worth discussing, because while I know there's a lot of reptile girlies who are new to the hobby and like so excited for you, I think we also have just as many listeners who have been doing in that like elder reptile girly stage.
Like if you've been doing it for a hot minute and it's like you feel like, you know, you've kind of gone through all of those like beginner steps, all of those like exciting new things as a reptile keeper, and then you're kind of like, what now? Like, okay.
And you have these species that live for like 20 years.
Right.
So you're just like in it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And I do want to preface this because we're going to talk about some of the like difficulties and maybe like struggles and adjustments that come with like kind of reaching this stage. But I do just want to preface this, but like what a cool experience to like be able to do that. And
100%.
for that to be such a big part of your reptile identity. And I know we've talked in a past episode of just like, I think we named it like, do we regret being reptile girlies? And like, in by no way is there any regret, but there are just like shifts and changes and adjustments.
Well, and I think it's important to acknowledge too that this isn't specific to just reptile keeping, right? I feel like this is any hobby, any sport, you know, like if you were like, I feel like I went through this, you know, playing volleyball as a kid. Like it was so exciting through middle school when I was, you know, going from C team to B team to A team. And then I made it to JV. And then it's like, oh, okay, now what? You know, it's like you kind of like go, it's like once you kind of hit all these milestones and you kind of get to that point, it's no matter what activity you're a part of, what hobby you're in, like you kind of you have all these little milestones and graduations. So I don't think it's necessarily specific to just reptile keeping. This is any hobby, any interest you may have. You kind of get to a point where you're like, okay, I've kind of done a lot of the things.
Yeah, I think one big one, and I think even beginner reptile keepers have like, I don't want to say beginner, but like just maybe newer, right? Feel is just kind of like the fatigue and kind of like mundane tasks that come with keeping reptiles, where it does feel very cyclical and the same kind of routine of like, okay, yep, it's feeding day. Okay, yep, it's time to, you know, empty out the water bowl or like clean the cricket bucket or
picking up poop for the zillionth time.
Right. And not unique to reptiles. This would be true of any pet that you own, right? Yes. Like I've scooped a lot of dog poop in my days as well. But it just like that can take a toll on yourself, especially when the newness has maybe worn off a little bit and like your enclosures are all upgraded and they're all like where you want them to be and you're just in that maintenance mode. Yeah. Right? Like there's nothing really more to do presently, right? Maybe down the line you have plans or whatever, but like how do you stay like excited and invested in like making sure that your standard of care doesn't slip because you're like, oh, you know, whatever. But what are your thoughts?
In all honesty, like that's kind of where I'm at. And I've kind of been in this place. I would argue that like in the last like year and a half, that's kind of what I've been struggling with, right? Like, I mean, I've been struggling with a lot of things you guys have heard a lot about, but specific to my reptile keeping journey, like that is the phase that I've been in where I'm like, okay, I went through the phase where I got a lot of reptiles all at once. So I don't want to do that anymore. I've very much plateaued on like getting new pets. Like I haven't done that in a long time. I, you know, have done a lot of upgrades. I need to do a lot more upgrades, but I almost find myself a little bit bored with certain types of upgrades. Like, all right, we're refreshing the plants again. Like I have to do that every year, every season. You know, it's like you kind of go through these periods, and that's something I've been struggling with in the last year. And one thing that I'm actually like actively trying to do in the next like few weeks is just like focusing on bringing a little bit of like whimsy back into my care and a little bit of like fun and excitement. And I don't even know exactly how I'm doing that yet, but it's something that's been on my mind. And so it's definitely a struggle. And I think I don't know. For me, it's really about getting back into like the love and excitement about it again, but that's hard to do.
Yeah, I'm also in that same life stage, kind of keeping stage, which is why I thought this would be a good thing for us to talk about. And very recently, I just redid all the plants in my enclosures, right? Which is a very tedious task. You have to wash them, replant them. And when you're working with communal enclosures, you're working with big plants and you're working with a lot of plants and you're having to like suspend them up into the enclosure. Like it's a very tedious, time consuming. It's not just like sticking them in some dirt type of thing. And it's like a little bit daunting. I did procrastinate a little bit. I was like, okay, these plants are going to die if I don't.
You're talking to the queen procrastinator, so I get it.
But like, I kind of went on autopilot and I just asked my Alexa, whatever device doohickey thingy to like shuffle my like songs. And I just like played it really loud and I just had a chunk of time and I just like went full zen.
Yeah.
And I didn't film it, which I feel like is a big thing too.
Yes.
We were having to like film and record stuff. I just went full autopilot zen and just like wasn't even consciously thinking. I was just doing, which I feel like is the difference of being an experienced keeper versus a new keeper. Whereas when I was first doing my first couple enclosures or first couple of refit, I was like hyper analyzing. I'm like, should I do this or this? Should I do this or this? Like, what do I do here? I was like, just like in the zone.
Totally.
And I was just doing like plants, branches, move this, move that. Like, and I was just like doing it.
Yeah.
And I was just like ripping through zip ties and I was just, working my way through it. And then I just like took a step back and went,
yeah.
Because now my enclosures
look amazing.
Look where I want them to be. And it was actually a relaxing thing because I didn't have to think about it.
And I think that's
I just turned my brain off.
Like that's a win, right? Like that's actually something to like look forward to in that way is because you have the experience and you have the expertise and you've done it a million times. So it's like you can actually use it as like a little bit of a form of like meditation.
Yes.
Of like,
and I felt just like an artist with my like block of clay. And every few minutes I would like take a step back and like, ooh, I need to like, I need to plant here. I need to branch here. And I was just like, and I did like all 4 of my enclosures in like a pretty fast amount of time. And I also think I mentioned I redid Pluto's enclosure. I timed myself, one, because I was a little bit on a time crunch. I redid his whole enclosure, top to bottom, in 15 minutes.
Dang, girl. That's impressive.
Like, just, like I said, I've like just went like full like zen. If you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, like full Avatar mode where I was just like
in it.
And I was just like, that one I was filming, so that one was a little tedious. But it just was like, I haven't felt that before, I don't think, when I was doing my enclosures. Because the last enclosures I did were the baby ones.
Right.
And that one I was very much new territory where I was like, what do I do and how do I, So I think that is, while it is tedious, is kind of like, if you can get into that headspace, can actually be like relaxing.
This is actually very, very, very helpful for me personally because literally I have like a full open weekend next weekend that I'm planning on like working on Charlie's enclosure background, which I've been putting that off for a hot minute, way longer than I'd like to admit. And so that's, and pretty much like half of his enclosure background is built. I just need to do the like, the painting of it all. And this is actually a really good reminder that that is artistic and that is meditative and that is like,
and you know what you're doing, right? Know. You've done so many different like types, styles, and different enclosures that like, I would just encourage you, like, trust in your artistic
ability and experience.
Yeah, totally.
100%. So this is a very, very good, because I think a big part of this, right, is mindset shift. Like a big part of it is reminding yourself that I do have the experience. I do have the expertise. I have done this a million times. This isn't a new thing. Even though I haven't done it in a while, it's not new to me. And there should be like a slight form of like muscle memory there. And so this is very good for me personally. It's just a nice little reminder, right?
We're so excited to introduce the Reptile Girlies to our favorite reptile-friendly coffee and tea brand, Cold Blooded Caffeine. Our favorite thing about them is that they donate 5% of all their proceeds to wildlife conservation to ensure reptiles and amphibians have a place to call home in the wild, as well as in our homes.
And if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with herbal teas. So for any of our fellow tea lovers, they source some of the highest quality loose leaf teas in the world.
Cold-Blooded Caffeine offers a wide variety of coffee like their Rainforest Blend, single origin options, and collaborations with some of the biggest names in the reptile world.
For 25% off your first order, use code WILDTYPE at coldbloodedcaffeine.com. Are you looking for a new enclosure for one of your reptile babies? Be sure to check out Cages with a K. Each enclosure is made to order by their team in Minnesota, which means they can even do custom builds.
The enclosures are made from high-quality PVC with tempered glass doors allowing for superior heat and humidity retention. They offer screen tops, side vents, and belly heat customization options to ensure the ideal setup for any environment.
So whatever dream home you want built, Cages has you covered. Use code WILDTYPE50 to get $50 off any order over $300 at reptilecages.com.
You know a question I get asked all the time?
What?
Where can I get some wood for my reptiles enclosure?
Oh, we hear this all the time.
Well, you're in luck because Pangea has just released some new Malaysian driftwood.
It's a highly variable driftwood with a high tolerance to moisture, so it's great for reptiles, amphibians, even aquatic enclosures. Pangea will be offering it in small and medium sizes with large coming soon.
This can be a really great option if you don't live in an area where natural branches are available, or perhaps you're just looking for some high quality wood for your enclosure. Head on over to PangeaReptile.com and get yourself some branches.
Okay, Neptune, what are your top 2 feeder bugs for all your critters?
Dubious for protein and black soldier fly larvae for lots of calcium.
Simpton offers a wide variety of insects like silkworms, dubia roaches, waxworms, and our favorites, black soldier fly larvae.
I've also heard the entomologists at Simpton have customized the diet of their black soldier fly larvae to maximize their calcium content, so there's no need to dust them with calcium.
So if you're interested in trying them out, use code THEWILDTYPE at SimptonBSF.com for 15% off your order.
I do think there's also routine fatigue, and I feel like while the rest of your life kind of changes, this is one that stays consistent, which can be both a good and bad thing.
Yeah.
Good in that it's a known variable, but also how do you keep up with that when everything else in your life is changing, right? Of like,
no, that's super fair.
Previously, I'd be able to spend my Friday nights like putting on a show and like doing my reptile chores, but now I'm like, oh, I'm going out with my boyfriend or something, right? So then I'm like, okay, so like can't do it Friday night, so I guess I could do it Thursday after work or something. And so it just is like a very just like how do you fit in those routines? And again, going back to like your standards of care. And I do want to give a quick shout out to like Cam's Reptiles. Did you see the video that she did?
I did.
And like check out Cam. She's fantastic.
We love Cam.
Yeah, we've met her a few times.
She's so
and
great.
It was basically like a very honest video of like, hey, things are like not where I was like wanting them to be, and like things were kind of slipping a little bit.
Girl, same. I think I commented this. I was like, this is so real. Like I cannot even express how much I relate to this, how much so many people relate to it. Is.
And I feel like
real.
That's a very real challenge as you get further into the hobby. And like I said, you don't have the newness and the shininess and like all, like it does become just part of your normal. So like how do you make sure that that still is getting the time and attention? And it is like a little bit of a fatigue. And to your point, like we've discussed on other episodes of keeping multiple species versus one, like my routine is like very efficient because I'm doing the same thing just multiple times versus you're doing like 12 different things multiple times. So like that's a lot. And you have different schedules versus all of my animals are on the same schedule with the exception of feeding Pluto. And even that's not an everyday thing. So,
well, and I think there's something to be said, and this is probably just explained in the word fatigue, but like, even though, yes, mine has high variety, I know that on Monday nights, I am feeding bugs, I am feeding, gecko food, I am spraying enclosures, I am filling water bowls, it's like, even though it's different varying things for me, it is, and then the same thing happens on Thursday nights, and on Wednesday night is snake feeding night, and on the weekends, there are, I go pick up my crickets on this, is like, it's like I have these specific things that I've been doing for years and years and years. So there is a form of autopilot that, to your point, the autopilot of like building an enclosure can be very meditative. There is like a dullness that can come with the autopilot with the routines, which is the fatigue. And so it's just, for me, it's getting out of that autopilot and shifting to more of like a grateful mindset of like, wow, I get to feed these animals. Wow, I get to care for these animals. I get to feed them their gecko food for the millionth time. I get to, and looking at it as more of like, I don't know, just a positive thing that you're grateful for that you get to do versus like, oh, I have to do this for the millionth time, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and sometimes you don't even realize you're in that mindset
Yeah.
till you have been for a while and you're like, oh. And you're like looking around you because odds are it's coming out in one way or the other, right? So like how do you kind of like reignite that and like reground yourself too of like what's your why and you know like what is your standard of care and like what makes you feel good. And if this was someone else's like reptile room or whatever, like would you feel proud and would you feel good? And like I think that's also a good.
For me too, something that I have found that I struggle with a little bit is, so I found recently started doing this because I realized recently that like I don't spend time in my reptile room aside from my chores and my care. So like for me, I feel like
You have that very comfy couch and everything.
I know. It's ridiculous. And so like I realized like because I've been on autopilot for the last year, I very much like found it kind of clicked with me like about a week or two ago. So this is very fresh. This is very new. But like I thought about it and I was like, I'm not like going into my reptile room to enjoy it. Right? I'm just going in there to...
transactional.
It's very transactional. And it's very much like I'm going in to check things off a list and then go downstairs and watch my reality TV or go and like listen to music or like go hang out with Logan or play with Campbell or like whatever. So like it's very much like I go in there to do a thing and then I leave. So the transaction of that is something I've been taking note of. And so what I actually started doing like last week, I recently picked journaling back up. I've been tarot journaling for like over a year now, but I've started like I'm trying to get back into a journaling method that's a little bit more creative and a little more of a creative outlet and almost like kind of scrapbooking somewhat. And that's something I really enjoyed in like high school. And like I said, I'm trying to bring more whimsy back into my life and that's something I'm doing. So I've kind of gotten to this point where last week I was like, okay, I'm already doing this creative activity. Why am I doing it downstairs at my kitchen table? Why am I not doing it in my reptile room where I'm surrounded by beautiful little beings and in this like creative space that I've created and that's like beautiful and fun to be around. Like, so last week I literally took all my journaling supplies upstairs and I sat on my couch and I journaled for like 45 minutes and I just spent time in there. And that's something that I'm going to start doing every week is just intentionally spending time being creative in a space that I want to be more creative in general. And so I'm hoping that that's like getting some of my like love and joy back into the reptile room.
I'm setting the intention for us then because whenever we catch up, we'll do it downstairs in your couch. So what if we tried doing it?
That would be very fun.
In the reptile room.
I would love that.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. And being intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just standing in I had just fed everyone crickets. Keep in mind, I have like 20 babies right now, right? So like a lot of crickets. And I was just standing there today and I was just watching them. Just sniping little crickets. And my boyfriend walks in and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just, and then he like looks at what I'm looking at and he goes, whoa. Because there's just literally 20 baby chameleons just hunting down all these little crickets, and you're just your eye goes from like, because there's so many of them, one enclosure to the other, and I was just like very present, and I'm like, I'm just watching them eat, right? And it was just like,
and that's the
really
thing.
Nice.
I think we like forget sometimes once we've been on that autopilot, once we've been doing this for years, we forget like literally just the wonder of getting to watch them exist. Right.
Well, oftentimes I have to feed them and go to work. So I don't get the luxury of time to like
transactional.
Sit there.
Like you're going in to do your job and check things off your
their lights
list.
aren't even on yet. So I'm just like, okay, mom's got to go to work.
Gotta go.
Someone's got to pay the bills.
Exactly. And I think that's just like a part of life is just being so busy. Sometimes you got to stop and smell the roses. Sometimes you got to watch your animal eat, you know?
One thing I wrote down was staying engaged without impulse buying.
Yeah. And I think that's honestly, full disclosure, I'm calling myself out a little bit here. I think when I was in my impulse buying phase and my like impulse adopting phase, whatever you want to call it, like when I was in that phase, that was a lot of the big new shiny excitement for me.
Right. Because you get the one that like dies down, and then you're feeding it again by like getting
instant
another one,
gratification,
right?
right?
And then that dies down, and then it is a little bit of an addictive,
Let's be honest,
type of because
Yes.
you're getting that like that high, right, and that excitement and that like enthusiasm, and you're like, ooh, and then with that, it's not just the animal, it's all the research that comes with it, and you're just like gobbling up all this information, and then it's getting the enclosure set up, and then you have something to do, right, and that's like hands on. Then you get the animal, and you're doing the research on like the breeder and what you want, and then you bring them home, and then they're getting acclimated, and then they're good.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so now
You're just maintaining.
there.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
how do you find the joy in that beyond the like newness and shininess?
Yep.
I think also when you get further into your reptile keeping career, one, you're combating that, but two, you're being like extremely picky about what animals you get
bring home.
moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, for me, part of it is that, okay, I've done all of the beginner species that I want to do, right? So part of it is like, at this point, the only times I'm going to get an animal is if it's like really cool and really unique and a little bit more advanced and a little bit, more difficult to keep. It's a challenge, something like that. But there is also like, okay, what do I have time for? Not a lot. So like, what is there? And if you even want to go there, like I'm very much in a phase where I'm like, sure, there are animals on my list that I would love to keep at some point, but I got the rest of my life to do that. I'm not trying to bring home anything else that's going to take up any more of my time because I don't have a lot of it.
Right.
And so, just being mindful of that, but also staying engaged is tricky.
Yeah. I think too, when you have those things, I say things, animals, right, that you're interested in, and you're like, yeah, I think that might be cool. And then you get it, and then it either meets those expectations you had or it falls short. And we did do a episode somewhat recently of like expectations of animal
Versus
space.
reality.
Exactly. Exactly. And so I think when you have enough repetition and experience of like having those animals that maybe did fall short of those expectations, and you do the best that you can despite that, but that does happen. And so then I think you're like trying to prevent that from happening again. So then you're extra like, cautious. I'm going to be really, really sure this is what I want. Like, I don't think you would get a colubrid species.
No, I'm so glad you brought that up because I was literally about to talk about Taz.
Right.
So Taz, my scaleless corn snake, I love him dearly. And I think I've said this on the pod before too. I feel like I said it probably recently, but I love him to death. He's beautiful. I love to watch him. He's just a gorgeous animal, but he's so fast and he's so squirrely. And that is like a staple for a colubrid species. That is how they are. They are a more fast moving, quick, athletic species. That is just like how they operate as an animal. And that's just like not really something I want. Like it's not that I don't want him. It's just that I don't want more species like that.
Right. And you like, I think everyone knows that of colubrids, right?
Yes.
And it's not like you were uneducated or unaware, but it's like until they're there. And I feel similarly with Pluto.
Totally.
Right?
I was thinking about Pluto too. Yes.
Right? New Caledonian, very known for being jumpy. They're also nocturnal, which can be challenging.
Yeah. And all of your species are diurnal too. So that makes a difference for you.
And so, and I like to just like sit and watch them. I don't need a ton of interaction. And so I don't know if I would get another New Caledonian species. Or gecko, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like because of that experience. But like when I got Pluto, I was like, this is what I want. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And then like I've had him for like 7-8 years now.
What?
Yeah. I think 7 years.
That's so wild.
He would have been, 2019? Yeah.
Yeah.
7 years.
Dang.
So
that's crazy.
Anyways, so it's just like one of those, like, to your point, love him to pieces. Yeah. And I have even like had the conversation with myself of like, do I want to keep him or rehome him? And I was like, no, I've, made my peace with that. Yeah. But, it just is one of those things that like, I was like, okay, like.
Well, and again, I think that's like a part of your reptile keeper journey is like learning which species and which behaviors and which preferences like best fit your lifestyle and your preferences and like how you feel about it. Like I now know that like the, bigger, more slow moving snake species are more my speed. I love the constrictors. I mean, they can be quick, but they're not as quick as a colubrid. They're a little bit more chill, a little bit, and so it's like you do learn those things.
Yeah.
And and that's just a part of your journey, is like kind of learning those things and figuring out, what you love.
Yeah. So I think there's that. And then the last thing I want to touch on, and you let me know if you had anything else you want to say, it's just like your enclosures and setups.
Yes.
And kind of like,
I wanted to talk about this one.
okay, you want to kick it off?
Well, you can, how did you phrase it? You phrased it as outgrowing beginner setups mentally versus physically. Mm-hmm. So, you kind of go through it like, and I'm kind of in this phase right now where I need to upgrade a lot of my enclosures, but I've been kind of like bored with the enclosure process, the enclosure building process, because I've done it so many times. And it's kind of like, okay, like what else is there for me to do? Because mentally I've done all these different types of enclosures.
Yeah.
So it feels a little bit just less exciting for me mentally to do those things because it feels so repetitive.
Yeah, the angle my brain took it to.
Oh, yeah.
No, and then yours is totally solid. I'm thinking of Pluto's enclosure. He has been in that enclosure almost the entire time I've had him. He was originally something smaller. I quickly bumped him up to something bigger.
Yeah.
He's been in that enclosure for over 5 years.
Oh, that's so wild. Yeah.
6 years, maybe even 7 years, right?
Yeah.
Like a long time. In the way that we built it, because it was definitely a team effort.
It was also definitely pre-pandemic, which is crazy to think
that's
about.
what I'm saying. Yeah, it was like 2018, 19. And so it's like fixed in there. Like there's no way for me to really adjust it. I recently redid his enclosure, but I'm like, this cork bark has been here for like 6 years.
Ever.
I
Yeah.
have stared at you.
Yeah.
His enclosure meets all of his needs. Currently is meeting
But
all
you're
the,
over it.
But I'm like, I've stared at the same cork bark.
The same structure
Yes,
forever.
even though I've updated the plants, I've added like other things. It is inherently the exact same thing.
It's unchangeable.
The
too.
enclosure that Comet, my foster veiled chameleon, is in is the enclosure that Neptune was in, right? And I'm like, I've had that enclosure for like 8 years now, right? So I'm like, I've just had and they are perfectly fine. So there's no logical reason to change them.
But I think it's just that visual boredom, right? Like I think you're bored of like looking at the same thing for a decade, right?
And with the chameleon enclosure, it's a lot easier to change them because I can move the plants and branches and such, but like I can still see Neptune's like basking branch in my head, right? Of like where it was, even though Comet's is in a different spot because he's got his tall cast, so I had to adjust it.
Have you thought about swapping? This is just like an idea, but have you thought about swapping out the backgrounds to totally new options, just to give you a new like visual, refreshed look?
Yeah, I have not thought of that, but that's like a good thing to noodle on.
Just because that is something that's variable with your setups, and you could do something super different,
I do like that. Now I'm just thinking
just an idea.
The logistics of having to get on the backside of the enclosures is really difficult.
It's not fun.
But good idea.
Just a thought.
I also think like pet loss is weird when you put another animal in that same enclosure.
Yeah.
Which is also because like I know all of their previous basking and sleeping spots, and now there's another animal in there, and they have different basking and sleeping spots, and I like can still see it. That's weird.
What's really crazy, and what I'm realizing is something, just because you mentioned pet loss, I'm literally thinking about my gecko wall right now. I still have Yoda, my former Leachianus gecko, Draco and Drusilla, my former satanic leaf-tail geckos, and Monkey, my former crested gecko, all 3 of their enclosures still sitting there that I really have not done anything with, probably because I can't handle putting something else in there.
Just gonna sit on that one.
And now I'm sitting here thinking about, I firmly believe that like everything holds energy, and like I'm sitting here being like, I need to clear that old energy out of there real quick.
And they're full of dead plants too.
Yep.
They're not to be too morbid, but they're dead in every sense of the word. Right?
And that's exactly
the enclosure is dead. They are past, right? Like it's just like
that is
bad juju.
Exactly what I'm sitting here having that realization for the first time right now.
Well, glad we.
Oh my God, and duckies. I'm saving that enclosure because it's one of the big, 36-inch tall. It's a big enclosure, so I like don't want to throw it away because I could probably use it. But I'm sitting here being like, how much bad juju is sitting in that reptile room that I have not cleared out? And I'm speaking about our spring cleaning episode.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean out all that energy next weekend. All right. Hold me accountable. I'm clearing all that ish out.
But also you're just like, it's a constant reminder every time you walk in there. And I'm sure your eyes just like go right past it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's actually not a constant reminder because I don't let myself think about it.
Exactly.
So it's actually the opposite.
But subconsciously, you like every time your eyes avoid it, that is a subconscious.
Okay, well, I have some things that I am going to be doing real soon.
But there's something to be said though of like the enclosures, right? It's also exhausting, and this is me just being really honest and transparent for a second. It's exhausting to see the standards of care and all like I'm here for it of like them being pushed and challenged. But it's exhausting to feel like you have to keep up as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm here for it. Like, yes, we should be pushing the standards and like growing and like so much has changed from when we were keeping versus now. It can just also be like a lot to try and versus if you're coming into the hobby now, right? Then you're already starting from that level, which is fantastic. Like that's what we need more of.
Of course.
But if you've been like it for 10 years, it
can be somewhat defeating a little bit. Man, we're just getting real negative here. I'm like, whoo.
And that's why I was like, at the very beginning, I was like, but it's so great and wonderful.
It's so wonderful. Yeah, and we don't mean to be, I don't know. It's just, we're just being vulnerable. We're being really honest. We're being real right now. It's just like, I think it's just a big part. And I feel like we would be lying to say that I'm pretty sure almost all reptile keepers go through this, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Once you reach that, like,
that point
where we are tagging as
elder reptile girlies,
elder reptile girlies, and like, and not necessarily, it's not necessarily time either, right? Like, it can just be like frequency of things and life events and whatever. But I think we all, because we are human, feel it, and we are all striving to be our best and do our best. But then, like, life circumstances out of our control, in our control, happen, and like sometimes our best looks different, than it did previously, and that it will in the future. And so, like, I don't know where I was going with that, but just being honest.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely where we're at. And we've talked about this before of like almost like competing with your past self, right?
Yeah.
And feeling like you can't even live up to like your former self. I mean, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here and like, I'm in I actually, not to toot my own horn, but I'm in a really good place and I'm being really productive in a lot of areas lately, which is why I'm very excited to kind of like get moving in the reptile room in that way. But it's just like you kind of go through these phases and coming out of it is very exciting, but can be a little daunting.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Well, let us know your thoughts on that too. Like, do you resonate with the elder reptile girly?
Or are you still fresh and new and shiny and glowing and super
you're
exciting?
tired of hearing us talk? Okay, yeah, that's fine too.
We hope that not everybody feels this way, but I think a lot of people do eventually.
I hope you don't feel so alone.
Exactly.
I hope you feel seen.
That's the whole point of this
and
podcast.
Understood, right? And like are being like realistic of, and you said at the beginning, it's not unique to this hobby. This is true of truly anything.
And if you're feeling this way in like a different hobby or in a different world, like I want to know about that too. Like I'm very curious. Like in what ways is this different in other hobbies? I'm just curious.
Should we end on a sweeter note though?
We should definitely end on a sweeter note.
Okay. I am very excited for this.
I'm very excited.
I think we should start off with the Peeps flavor that I've already tried that you haven't done yet.
So just for you guys to know, this is where my pen has been from the last time I wrote notes. It's been hiding up here. I was looking for it when I was journaling last week and I couldn't find it. It's right here.
Well, I'm glad you're reunited.
But what I was about to say, so like 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? It was not super recent.
I don't know what you're trying to say to help you out.
Anyway, within the last month, she sent me a text and it was a screenshot of the Peeps the Peeps, official Peeps account.
Because I follow them on Instagram.
Obviously. And so they had announced that they had 3 new flavors, and we are very, very excited.
We have 2 of them.
Yes, we immediately went to go and try them, but they weren't even in stores yet. Peeps like jumped the gun on that.
It was before Valentine's Day.
Yes.
To be fair.
Yes.
So they were very much still in like chocolate
Yeah,
Valentine's season.
Right.
We are now in Peep season.
We rushed to Kroger and Target to go and find them, and we didn't find any.
So first up, we have party cake flavored. Do you like birthday cake flavored in general?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I think I'm going to like these. But
they're very sweet.
Just for you guys to know, this one is not the new flavor. This is like one that's been around for a minute. I just have not tried these.
I have tried them.
Yes.
Here you go.
I'm so excited.
So they're
so
like
cute. They look like little confetti.
Cream
confetti
colored
Peeps.
with little rainbow confetti bits.
They're so cutie. Oh, I love that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Right out the gate, I really enjoy that.
Yeah. It's not too, I think they taste like a normal Peep, but sweeter.
They're very sweet. Mm-hmm. It's very, very sweet. I definitely could only have like one of these, but they're good. Real good.
I don't really care for these.
Really?
Yeah.
They're very like vanilla forward.
Yeah. You can have these if you want them. You can have one every day.
I mean, I could probably do with like one a week, but...
Yeah, they've had these for a couple years.
Yeah.
I think I had them when they first came out, and then I was like...
I'm curious why they called them party cake and not birthday cake.
Maybe because party cake fit nicely.
Ooh.
And birthday would have been like a long
title. Yeah. No, they're very good. And they're very cute.
It is very birthday cake.
I love the confetti look. I think it's adorable.
It says artificially flavored. Mm-hmm. As if that was not
very obvious.
Okay, which one do you want to do next?
Okay. So let's set the scene. So these 2 new flavors. Very excited about. The first one is frosted strawberry, and the second one is chili lime mango.
I can smell them. This is Pop-Tarts.
Yes, Pop-Tarts branded.
Official. Mm-hmm. And then we have chili lime mango. Mm-hmm. Which one do you want to do?
Let's do chili lime mango because I'm unsure if I'm going to like that one, but I'm very, very sure that I'm going to like the Pop-Tart.
Oh boy, it's got a little spicy pepper.
It is not going to be spicy. I know it's not.
I almost got you a box of the Dr. Pepper ones because they have those.
I do like the Dr. Pepper.
I wasn't sure. Oh, you have to smell it.
Mm. Oh, I think I'm going to like this. Oh, so, okay. So when it comes to fruit stuff, mango is like one of my favorite fruit flavors. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God, I love these.
love that.
Oh, I love that. Ooh, there's the spice at the end.
It is a little zingy.
Just a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit. Do you like that or do you hate that?
That was okay.
It was real subtle.
Yeah.
And it didn't hit until the end.
I think honestly it's a little, so it's orange with little red fleckies.
Flakes.
So I think the orange is the sweetness and then the flakies are the...
I think so too.
I would give these a 10.
I'm not going to lie. I would eat multiples of these. These are good. And it really so it's mango forward.
Yeah.
And then a tiny little spice hit at the end, but it's like very subtle.
No, but the mango is nice. It's not too sweet.
The mango is great.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So the flavor is the coating, not the actual marshmallow.
Oh, it's never the marshmallow.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I take that back. Sour watermelon is definitely the marshmallow.
I was like, some of them are the marshmallow.
I take it back.
Yeah.
Most of them, though, are
the flavor.
The outside.
The outside coating. Yum. I like that one. Big fan.
Strawberry Pop-Tart. You better come through.
I think it will. I feel like
What are your thoughts on regular frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts? Just like a Pop-Tart itself.
I have feelings as a 90s kid. I came from the generation where the Pop-Tart frosting was like over the whole Pop-Tart, right?
Oh, they have skimped.
They have skimped. And this is just, corporations in general doing us dirty. But like the Pop-Tarts are not what they used to be, okay? Like when I was growing up, strawberry Pop-Tarts were bomb. Not only did they have like the frosting coating the whole topping, they also had like thicker strawberry jam on the inside.
Yeah.
And now that photo is a lie. That photo on the cover is a lie.
It is a very...
The filling now is like
nice
subpar.
photo.
It's like so small. So like I don't like Pop-Tarts now. Did I love Pop-Tarts growing up? Absolutely.
The frosted strawberry is one of my favorite Pop-Tart flavors.
Hold on. What does this smell like? It's got a very specific flavor, and I'm blanking on what it smells like, but it does smell like a strawberry frosted Pop-Tart, but it's like
a strawberry cream for me.
Yes, which I think is why I'm gonna love it.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Hang on, I still have a little bit of mango in my mouth. Hold on.
Take a second.
I need like a palate cleanser. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, big fan. Immediate fan.
This is nice too.
This is really nice. And the strawberry is the flavor of the marshmallow.
Pink.
I think the inside is pink, which means the actual marshmallow is flavored. I think this is my favorite.
Really?
I think I like this more than the mango.
I think I like the mango.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
this to me does not taste like a Pop-Tart.
No, but it's strawberry.
It's just a strawberry cream.
Which is why I like it.
Yeah.
But it definitely doesn't. It's not Pop-Tart specific.
Nothing about this is resonating.
I know what it smells like.
What?
Oh my god, I know what it smells like. Okay. This is like such a niche reference.
That's so
Sorry,
good.
it just like hit me in the face. Okay, do you know the wafer sandwich cookies?
Yes.
The strawberry wafer sandwich cookies that look like they have like the waffle print?
Yes, the Neapolitan.
Yes, but the ones that are all strawberry?
Yes.
It smells exactly like those.
I can see that.
Oh, that's so wild. That just brought me back to like a very specific, I knew that it was something. I knew it was something.
You know, I feel like in order for these to be Pop-Tart, I needed like a jam center.
That would be cool.
Thank you.
Peeps. Get
Or
with it.
like a graham cracker bottom.
You need to work for Peeps. Peeps, call us. Hire her, please.
You know, something like that. Or like a crunchier sprinkle on the outside. Like, to me, the iconic, you've got the frosting, you've got the crust, you've got the jam, and you've got the sprinkle.
Oh my God, imagine if the top of the Peep head had just like a little dollop of icing with
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have any of those elements.
Yeah, it needed like an additional Pop-Tart element.
Yeah.
I
So
would
to
agree.
me, this is a strawberry cream. It is a yummy Peep.
It's delicious. It is probably, I'm not gonna lie, this might be my favorite because I'm a big fruity girl. Like fruit flavors are usually my favorite thing. So I think these are probably, I think I might like these two more than the Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
I think my top three might be these two and Dr. Pepper.
This is why I want to try them earlier in the season so that I can munch on them.
So she can enjoy them.
Yes.
All season long.
Ones that we have not tried are the Fanta, which is a new flavor for this year.
So excited about that.
So we'll get that one. And then I don't think you've tried the hot tamales one.
Oh, I'm gonna hate that.
Oh, we don't have to.
I will do it for the pod, but I don't think I'm gonna like that.
Okay, those are one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I think we already tried the sour watermelon.
We did.
We tried Rice Krispie.
We did. Which I liked the Rice Krispie one. That was a favorite.
Yeah, we tried the cookies and cream one. Yeah, so I think we've hit the other ones. So
I'm so excited for the Fanta one, though. I can't wait until we find that one.
that one's only at Target.
Yeah.
So
We'll have to
I
check
did
that
not
out.
hit Target.
I'll run by there this week and see if we can get it for the next stuff.
The next one, let me put this down.
Yum. Yeah, those are my two favorites.
Oh, good.
That is very exciting.
Now you can't say you totally hate Peeps.
I don't. I like them. I just like, would I buy them for my own enjoyment aside from like, a holiday? Props not, except for you. But I do enjoy them, and now I know which flavors I like, which is
It's
cool.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when you didn't know there were flavors?
I didn't even know that they existed. Didn't even know.
And here we are now, full
2
circle.
years later.
There
2
you
years
go.
later.
Well, I think that's it. You want to take us home?
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope that you enjoy. Please don't forget to tell us about what your Hogwarts houses are. Tell us how you feel about growing out of certain things in the reptile world and becoming an elder reptile girly. Or if you're not there yet and you don't relate, we would like to know that as well. And let us know if you have tried these new Peeps flavors or if you plan to, because we would love that. So
Yes.
let us know. But in the meantime, you can find me everywhere at Listless Lizards. You can find the podcast at The Wild Type Podcast.
You can check me out everywhere at Neptune the Chameleon.
And we will talk to you girlies next time.
See ya.
Bye.